Hi guys, welcome to Strength Reversed. My name is Amy. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to show you today a spread that I made up called The Point of Power. And this is for the 29 Tarot Spreads in 29 Days hashtag that is being hosted by Dee from DeeVination and also Yvette from the Witch of Willow Creek's channel. And then here is my candle that I have lit. There's a challenge from Chris at Slip the Trap to light a candle in your videos for anyone who needs a candle lit for them for any reason. So there you go. And I like having a candle lit anyway, so I'm happy to have one in my video. I'm feeling a little off today. I woke up with a migraine, and so I'm just having a lazy sort of yoga pants kind of Sunday. Whether I'm going to do yoga or not is a different story. I'm going to try to. But I made this spread. First of all, there's no way, there's a 0% chance that I'm going to be able to do 29 spreads in 29 days because I just came off the January 31 days challenge and I wasn't mentally prepared to have another challenge thrown at me. But I did want to post more tarot spreads this year, and so there you go. I'm going to jump at this opportunity. I made this spread up because I read for a couple of years at our local medieval fair, and people come and they want, it's kind of a 10-minute reading, and I want a general spread that I can offer them, and I like spreads that help the querent take action. And so I'm not a huge lover of the Celtic cross. Once in a while it calls to me, but there are several positions in the Celtic cross that I don't find to be the most useful. And so I didn't mean for this to be a modified Celtic cross, but I guess you could call it that, but I don't. But if you do, that's cool. It is called The Point of Power because Louise Hay, I didn't realize this was her, but I guess I got it from her. She has a famous quote, "The point of power is in the present moment." And so it's kind of a past, present, future spread, but a lot of the work is done around the present, the card in the present position, because that's really the only thing you can work with. So I start most spreads and most tarot readings with the first two positions of the Celtic cross, which is what covers you and what crosses you. And I will put a picture of the general spread and all the positions labeled on my Instagram. So if you want a picture of it, check out my Instagram and it will be there. This is just a fake reading. I just kind of laid cards out for a mystery querent. And so here's what covers this querent, the Fool, and what crosses the querent, the Three of Pentacles. And right away, I'm getting the impression that there's something going on at work that's maybe not working anymore, and this querent has a little bit of wanderlust. So I can see that they are ready to make a change. They're maybe feeling a little flaky at work. They're having trouble with attention span and interest, and I think they kind of don't need to be micromanaged, and maybe they are being a little bit micromanaged. I'm just getting the impression this person is like, I got this. What do you want? Why are you bothering me? You know I'm good at my job. Why are you still bothering me? And so I feel like they're ready to move forward a little bit or be challenged. So the next three cards that I lay out are the positions 3, 4, and 7. And that would be past, present, future. And when I talk about the past or the future, I only deal in like 3-month increments. So within a season, the near past and the near future. And what I got here is, so here we have past, present, future. And what pops out at me right away is, first of all, that these cards are ill-dignified. And I don't feel called to work with elemental dignities too often, but sometimes something like, ew, fire and water, they're not really helping each other. And I also see some directionality stuff where in the past and the future, they're not even dealing with the present, right? They're not even having anything to do with that. So I have the past. I see some creativity. I see a little bit more of, ironically, a spark, even though these are the fire cards. I just see a little bit more carefree happiness, satisfaction, personal fulfillment in the near past. And then in the present, I see this person who really is, you know, like that fool and is just like, now what? I've done a good job. I know what I'm doing. What else? They're kind of ready, but don't really have a direction. And the near future card, all things being the same, I just see a lot of struggle coming up. You know, trying to put out fires, but it's just counterproductive because I feel like their magic wand is totally off. And they don't know how to control it. And I just see like a constant energy leak if things continue as is. Now, I dealt all of these cards. I threw all of these cards at once. So those were 1 and 2, and then 4, 5, 7. And after I lay past and present, I lay down 5 and 6 under card 4, which is the present card. I'll put a picture up somewhere so you can see what I'm talking about, because all of this action and information really goes under the present moment. That's where your point of power is. That's the only thing you can do anything about, is the present moment. So card 5 is unseen forces that might be at work, things you might not know about affecting your present moment. And I don't pull a card for things you know about because you already know about them. And then the other card, card 6, is an action card, what you can do about this. So here we have our present moment card, and underneath I laid out these 2 cards. The unseen forces at work, I feel like, is this energy of, you know, this creativity that was in the near past. And I think this person is not aware that with that creative energy, that sometimes to create, you have to get rid of the things that aren't working. And so there's this, you know, Demeter, 2 sides of the coin, where she's the creator and also the destroyer. And I don't think this person is bringing into their consciousness that destruction can be a really powerful, sacred thing. And you can do it this way, kind of in a conscious way, where you are, you know exactly what you're doing and you're getting rid of what's holding you back so that other things can grow. It's like pruning a plant, right? It seems counterintuitive to get rid of, to cut off leaves and cut things off, but that really helps the plant to grow and to flourish. And it, you know, it's like you could do it this way, or you could wait for like the tower to happen. Either way, there's going to be some sort of destruction. And I don't mean that in a New Age fundamentalist way where, you know, you're going to get punished if you don't take care of things. I just think the universe is going to help you out if you want to change. If that's what you want, it's going to help you out, and you can do it many ways. So that's the unseen force. And card number 6 is the action that they can take about this situation. Here we have another pentacle. So we went from the 3 to the 5, and you can see they're walking right past that window, which I feel like is what they want. I think this person is really, the action card, I think, is telling them to get out of that lack mentality. And the mentality that if they walk away from this job, for some reason I feel like it's a job, if they walk away from this, they're not going to have enough. That they, that it's not realistic to want more, or it's not realistic to expect more. It's almost like, you know, I'm lucky, I have a good job, it pays the bills, I'm good at it. Why am I wanting more? Why isn't this enough? And I think that is an attitude that needs to be changed, because I think they're maybe worried about, why would I destroy something that pays the bills? It's not realistic. It's all of those little messages we tell ourselves. It's not realistic. I should be happy with what I have. I shouldn't want more. It's greedy or whatever. So then we went to that future card again, and this, you know, if the future card, which is card 7, is kind of yucky and it's not something you want and it's a more difficult card, then you can pull an 8th card, like what's some help I could get? How could I change this? And here I pulled an 8th card because I thought this 7 of Wands was yucky, and I got the 10 of Wands, even more wands, more fire. And it's like, you know, you could put this shit down and it would be like way easier. You know, you can make it easier on yourself. You don't have to, carry all this shit around. You know, you don't have to be a martyr or anything like that. Like, you could just do things the easy way. So the last card I call the closing card, and I do this with most tarot readings. It's a good way if you're reading for someone and you don't know how to kindly tell them our time is up. Let's pull one more card as a message from your guides. What do they want you to remember? So this would be my closer. This is your message from Spirit. And we have the Lover's card, which to me is a very watery card. But, you know, this is about harmony. It's a 6 and balance. And I'm not really seeing that in this card today, because you have this rational person looking at the other person who's kind of like waiting for the universe to dump some perfect job in their lap. And so you know, what's missing in this spread, I'm noticing, are swords. There are no swords in this spread. And I think there need to be. I think we need some rational thought. I almost wish there were a Knight of Swords or a Queen of Swords to cut through some of the bullshit and kind of like click into something a little bit more rational. Like, people change jobs every day. You know, it's not that big of a deal. It's normal. So I feel like this person needs to have that mantra, like, getting caught up in all those feelings, getting caught up in, we have some fire running amok here. There's nothing, I feel like all this water and all these pentacle, like earth energy, just kind of puts the fire out, and it's almost like the fire doesn't have good healthy fuel to burn, and so it just runs amok. So instead of being contained to the fire pit and you putting some logs on the fire and managing this fire in a healthy way, it's just kind of burn you out. Could this be about me? You know, there's always a little golden nugget of wisdom in every reading for the reader. I feel like you really do attract querents who help you work through your own shit as a secondary thing, not as an on-purpose kind of a thing. Anyway, I will try to post a picture. Check out my Instagram. Like or subscribe. Do all those things. Make a list if you have to. And I'm super interested in getting some cool new tarot spreads because I'm not a spread gal, but I'd like to be. And I think I took a lot of migraine medicine too. So that might be what's happening here. Anyway, I'm going to go lie on the sofa and watch the ID channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.